Hey guys, how's it going? SimpleKlutch here doing my Wrestlemania 29 predictions, and I listened to you and I'm putting WWE 13 gameplay in the background because someone wanted it and just didn't want pictures, so I'm spicing it up. I'm here with my friend Charlie, formerly we worked on Tech Studios HD.
Yeah, it's been a while since we done one of these. I mean, it's WrestleMania season, so why not?
I know, WrestleMania season is my favorite. It's like Christmas part 2 for me, really. I am just every day, like all my thoughts, like my background on my phone, WrestleMania. I'm just so amped for it. There's a lot of matches I'm excited for, a lot of them that I'm not, but overall I'm just pumped, like super pumped. And it's my predictions, and I hope you like them. I'm going to predict basically the match quality and the results at the same time, so you get everything in one package here with this video.
Yeah, you know, it's always the best card of the year at WrestleMania, and I can't deny it. I'm really excited, but I'm also excited for WrestleMania 30, but that's not what this video is about. It's about WrestleMania 29. So take it away, man.
Alright, well, the first match on the card is Tons of Funk and the Funkadactyls, which is Brodus Clay, Tensai, and Cameron Naomi, against Team Rhodes Scholars, Cody Rhodes, Damian Sandow, and the Bella Twins. Bella Twins look great, as always. My prediction on this match, and before I say it, I'll give you the overalls. Out of 7,307 people that voted, 76% picked Brodus Clay and Tensai to beat Cody Rhodes, Damian Sandow. I'm going to, however, be part of the minority, 24%, sorry, Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow. They just had this match at Elimination Chamber, and Tensai and Brodus won, so I figure they're going to change it up, and Cody and Damian have worked hard in the tag division all year and haven't got rewarded, so I think WrestleMania, pre-show or not, they're getting rewarded with a win.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the majority on this one, but I have to say that this match is mostly time filler. It's pre-show. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't, you know, whoever wins this match, you know, it's not going to change anything. And if it's in the pre-show, I mean, it's a free match. It'll be entertaining, something to watch while you're waiting to watch WrestleMania. And yeah, that's what I think.
I like it. I agree with everything about it being pre-show, for sure. The next match, which I'm really interested because Chris Jericho is my favorite wrestler. Chris Jericho versus Fandango. Out of 40,714 votes, 86% pick Chris Jericho and 14 pick Fandango, which is astonishing because really the last Jericho, and since 2012 he had one win at SummerSlam against Dolph. Every other pay-per-view match he's lost. He has been winning some matches on Raw recently, but it's just so like Jericho to put someone over, and I feel like they're gonna have a great. I mean, I've never seen Fandango wrestle, so I can't guess at how good their match will be. But I think I really want Jericho to win. Like, I really want Chris Jericho to win this, but I think that he's gonna put over Fandango and help kick off Fandango's career. I mean, you never know how long Jericho's gonna be around, and it might just be the thing for him to do.
Yeah, I think this has potential to be a great match, and that's if Fandango lives up to all that, you know, promotional backing he's been getting from WWE Creative. And I think that Jericho's awesome in whatever match he does, and I think that this could make or break Fandango, and I think this is the test. This is the test for Fandango to see whether he's going to last in the WWE or not. And I'd have to say that this is the least predictable match of the night. I mean, I could see Jericho winning, but like you said, Jericho could put over Fandango, and that's exactly what I think is going to happen. But I think there's going to be a rematch, and during that rematch, I think Jericho is going to get his revenge and win the match.
I would hope so. I would really hope so. I love Jericho. No homo, but he's the best. Next match on the card, and wow, this poll is ridiculous here. It is Team Hell No against Ziggler, Biggie Langston, and an AJ will be at ringside. Out of 104,951 votes, 81% goes to Team Hell No, 19 to Ziggler and Langston. I'm definitely going to say for this one, Team Hell No, simply because Dolph is Mr. Money in the Bank, which means when he cashes in, he won't want to have a tag title and a world title. And we all know his cash-in's coming rather soon because, well, Money in the Bank, when it's awarded, is in like 3 months, 2 months, something like that. Well, like 3 or 4 months, but with WrestleMania and the pay-per-views being a month apart, really, he's got to cash in soon, so I don't see them winning the tag titles here. I see him looking strong, and maybe I think AJ is going to inadvertently cost him the match, just like she did to Daniel Bryan last year.
Yeah, I think that this will be an entertaining match because, I mean, you have D. Bryan and Dolph Ziggler, both great wrestlers, and I think it'll be kind of interesting to see Biggie Langston wrestle for the first time. And I think this match is going to have a lot of interference by AJ Lee, and maybe, you know, increase the conflict between D. Bryan and Kane. And I think that exactly what you said. I think that Team Hell No will win just because he is because Dolph is Mr. Money in the Bank, and like you said, why would he want to have both titles on his hands? I'm not sure if WWE Creative wants to do that. I mean, they've done it in the past, but it doesn't seem very feasible. And yeah, I think that Team Hell No will begin to collapse because it's just getting old at this point.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. It's getting kind of old, and I want to see Daniel Bryan as a singles wrestler again. Next match on the card, I'm looking forward to this not for match quality, and not because I like either of the wrestlers, just Ryback and Mark Henry, merely because it's the size, and I want to know, is Ryback going to botch the shell shock on Mark Henry like he did Tensai? Of 105,832 votes, 86% goes to Ryback, 14 to Mark Henry. I see no way in which Mark Henry would walk out winning. Ryback should have been booked stronger, and he gets booked really strong, but they really want to give him his WrestleMania moment. And early plans were for a match with Big Show, but now it's Mark Henry, so I can tell they're just trying to set up a shell shock and a win for Ryback. But I personally think that Ryback will not be able to get Mark Henry up, just like he couldn't Tensai. It'll be a botch. It will be hilarious. And I just want to see, how their strengths and how well Ryback can lift Mark Henry. And it's just Battle of Goliath, and I just want to see it simply because they're both huge guys, not because I'm expecting a good match or I'm expecting Mark Henry to win, but I just still want to see the match.
Yeah, this is a battle of the powerhouses, so it will be interesting. But the thing is Mark has had way too much momentum going in, and there's just no way he's going to win, like you said. But I also think that, I think it was on Raw where Ryback shell shocked 2 people. I think that's practicing so that he can be able to shell shock Mark Henry. It's going to take a lot of Mark Henry's end to pull this off as well. I mean, it takes 2, right? So, yeah, I will think Ryback is going to win without a doubt.
Yeah, I think that's set in stone with 86% of the votes here. And the next match, I think, will be on the pre-show, but still looking forward to it. They had a decent match on Raw, but Wade Barrett versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. First of all, Wade Barrett's title run has been pretty awful. I mean, I like Wade Barrett, and he's a good wrestler, but his run and the way he's been booked to lose to Del Rio and everybody has not helped him, and I think it's time he just gets the title off his hand and he can do a feud with someone else or something. The Miz has been turned babyface. He was turned babyface before Del Rio, and Del Rio's world champ. Miz hasn't really done anything. I think they're going to finally start to really push him, and he beat Barrett on Raw, and they're trying to make him look strong. So I really think that the Miz will take the title off Barrett. Look for a solid match, pre-show or main card. I think they're going to have a good match.
Yeah, like you said, it'll be a solid match. There's nothing special about it. But I honestly think the opposite. I think that Wade Barrett will win, but then he will lose it in a rematch, so that he can move on and so that Miz can move on. But Barrett's been having a really bad kind of like momentum as of late, and I think that it'd be way too predictable if Miz were to come in and just win it.
I kind of agree with you, but fun fact, Miz is 5-0 at WrestleMania. Do they really want to end the streak? I don't know.
Well,
Undertaker number 2.
Yeah, just burying people at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're really considering the Miz 5-0 a streak yet, but it's definitely in the back of their minds, and it didn't even play into my vote in the first place. I just think Miz is going to win. But your vote, you brought us some great points too, so it can go either way. Next match, Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Big Show take on The Shield, and I will admit, The Shield at first I thought they were boring, and I hate when factions attack matches and attack people in the middle of a match and ruin the matches. But I like the match quality The Shield gave us. Their match at TLC against Hell No and Ryback was amazing. Their match at Chamber was pretty good. It was a good brawl, and their match on Raw with Jericho and stuff was great. Their match quality is amazing. Dean Ambrose is a star in the making. He is just awesome. Is the one person I like. Seth Rollins. I don't like Roman Reigns, but I'm looking forward to this match. Big Show's a little iffy. I'm not too fond of his in-ring work. I think that Orton, Sheamus, and Show will win, as 80% of people do. Of 41,878 votes say Orton, Sheamus Big Show. We'll beat down, we'll beat the Shield. And I have to agree, simply because the Shield's undefeated, and all good things must come to an end. And with Sheamus and Randy Orton on one team, I doubt they're gonna lose at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I kind of differ from you. I'm gonna say that been there, done that with this match, and it should be entertaining though, because the Shield is and Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Big Show should put on a good show, because we've seen pretty much the same card just without Big Show and maybe Jericho or Ryback. So I think that the Shield will win once again and remain undefeated, and this is gonna leave the question, who can stop the Shield, right? I don't think they're going to have Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Big Show win. And that's because I kind of been dabbling into the idea of a possible Evolution versus Shield match. That's if Batista returns. And I also have to add the point, Triple H often feels the need to bury up-and-coming wrestlers, so I think that it's definitely a possibility.
Oh, I forgot. Triple H would love to be the one to end this. You know what? WrestleMania 30, I can see it right now. Triple H versus The Miz's streak if he wins 6-0. He wants to be the one that... If he couldn't end Undertaker's, he'll end The Miz's streak. Okay. Alright, the World Heavyweight Championship match, which I have to say, as a huge fan of Alberto Del Rio, I am really looking forward to this match. It's something fresh. We've never seen Swagger and Del Rio have a match before, and I like this a lot more than Sheamus and Randy or something like that. We've seen that. Been there, done that. Del Rio and Swagger, I mean, yeah, it lacks star power, maybe because Swagger was a jobber up until he came back. But I really think they can put on a good match. They're both solid in-ring workers, and there's a degree of unpredictability. I mean, Dolph's got the briefcase, which makes the world title scene really, you never know who's going to have it. Del Rio and Swagger, Swagger's been on a push, so's Del Rio. You don't know who's going to win. If I had to pick someone, I'd say Del Rio. And from all the votes, 241,814 say 81% of that says Alberto Del Rio is going to win. 19 say Jack Swagger. So people are leaning towards Del Rio, but I would not be surprised if Swagger got the win. Expect a great match and hopefully a cross-arm breaker tap-out.
I agree with all your points, and I have to say that this should have been a submission match in the first place. I don't know why they didn't do that. Maybe because they have something set up in the future. I don't know. But I think that Del Rio will retain and have his first WrestleMania moment, which he has not had yet. But I think he'll lose it at the next pay-per-view to Dolph, or if not, in the next couple of pay-per-views, because of the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Well, I agree with you. I think he's going to lose it pretty quick to Dolph, but I just wanted to have his WrestleMania moment. On to the next one, 109,343 votes, 84% in Triple H versus Brock Lesnar picked Triple H to win, and 16 picked Brock Lesnar. And it's no surprise. I mean, when you had Triple H, Brock Lesnar number 2, and Brock Lesnar winning at SummerSlam was a shock, because I never thought Triple H would put someone over except The Undertaker. But the fact that Brock won was awesome, but I knew when Triple H did that fake retirement, I knew it would lead to a WrestleMania match and Triple H getting his revenge on the grandest stage of them all and burying Brock. And it's sad. And the fact that they put his career on the line now, like what, you retired to come back to put your career on the line again? That's so stupid. I really don't. And his promos he's been cutting have been awful. I really want to see these guys get in the ring. I'm really pumped for this match. I don't care much for the build they've had. It's just basically Triple H one-upping Brock every time. And I really don't care for the ending that's going to happen with Triple H burying Brock Lesnar. I really want to see... Nobody in the WWE should be able to beat Brock. He's a UFC heavyweight champ. I really don't think Triple H should be able to beat him. Cena shouldn't have even beat him at Extreme Rules. But, Cena at least made Brock look strong. I don't think Triple H is going to do that. Triple H has got too big of an ego. And it's sad that this match is happening again. I mean, I want to see the match, but I want to see Brock win again. Surprise me. But they won't. Just like last year.
Yeah, we've seen this before, Triple H needs to bury Brock, and we all know that. And obviously Triple H is not going to retire before WrestleMania 30. Yet alone, he is not going to lose against Brock Lesnar and retire because of Brock Lesnar. It's Triple H. He's got too big of an ego for that. This is the most predictable match of the night. And, yeah, there's really not much to it.
Yeah, that's I mean, they're gonna have a good match, but it's so predictable that takes away from it. Next match with 262,208 votes, 83% of the vote go to the Undertaker against CM Punk. 83% pick Undertaker, 17 with Punk, and even the fact that 17 pick Punk is shocking because I mean really. We know he's not going to end the streak, or at least I know he's not going to end the streak. Maybe some little kid is thinking, oh, CM Punk's beating some people, he'll win. He won't. You can take that to the bank. Undertaker at WrestleMania 30, I'm sure he's going to lose at 29 and not go to WrestleMania 30 after how long he's gone. This is kind of like the whole 20-0 thing last year. Taker will win. Now, I am excited for this match, don't get me wrong. Although the ending is ruined like Triple H and Brock Lesnar, I know their match quality is going to be great. I'm really looking forward to seeing these guys perform in front of 80, 90,000 people. And I just think match quality is what you're looking for at WrestleMania as well. And you can't always think about the predictability, although it does help if you have some unpredictable matches. And I think WrestleMania 30 will be Taker and Cena. And I'll give you those predictions in a year from now. But for right now, I think Undertaker will beat Punk in a very, very close match. Look for Punk to hit like 4 finishers and like 10 Anaconda Vices.
Yeah. It's definitely should be the best match of the night, and as much as me and you don't particularly like Punk, he puts on great matches, and so does the Undertaker. So there's no doubt in my mind that this will be the best match of the night. Undertaker will win though, and I kind of said the point where it's predictable, but the good kind of predictable, because I mean, Undertaker always puts on a great match, and the endings are always different. They're never just the same Tombstone 1, 2, 3. I mean, he puts on a great match, so.
Yeah, and the thing I like with Undertaker and Punk is we haven't seen him have a match since 2009, so it's still fresh, although it is technically a rematch. But Punk's a completely different person now than he was 4 years ago, and so is Taker, and Taker's a really good ring general, and so is Punk, so it's going to be cool to see how they talk out their match and plan it out, and I'm really looking forward to what they have to offer. Now, for me, the match I'm most anticipating, I know nobody else wants to see this, but with 383,057 votes, John Cena gets 70%, The Rock gets 30%. Now, I know all of you are like, once in a lifetime, what the hell? Twice in a lifetime? That's BS. Well, it's not. WWE is a company to make money, and you make money by having your top guys face each other. And like it or not, John Cena and The Rock are the top guys. John Cena's higher than The Undertaker, he's higher than Triple H, he's higher than CM Punk, and so is The Rock. Now, the only other person you could switch in there might have been Brock, but I'm pretty sure he's in the plans for WrestleMania 30. Now, I like to see Rock Cena too, because they've added some changes to it. They said, like with Cena, said that he didn't lose because he tried to steal The Rock's people's elbow. That's the only reason he lost. I like it. They're changing Cena around a little bit. They're making him get really angry, and they're not just sticking to the same old, oh, you're a jabroni and I'm going to beat you, and then Cena, I have to win, and then I lost. I mean, they're doing some of that, but obviously they're changing it up. And I really think, although once in a lifetime their match wasn't anything, I mean, it was a really good match. It wasn't great, like it wasn't 5-star, but it's still a good match. Anyway you cut it, it was a good match. I think it lived up to the hype. I think this year, if The Rock hits the treadmill a little bit more, doesn't get winded as much, him and Cena could, and I don't think they will, but they could steal the show. They'll have enough time to steal the show, 30 minutes at least, and I really want to see Cena win, and I know nobody else wants to see him as champ, but he hasn't had the title in over a year, and he's the hardest working guy in the WWE day in and day out, and he deserves his win over The Rock. Having the movie star come back and beat him must have been tough for him, because like he said, this is his life. So I really think he deserves a win here, and I think he will get the win, and it better be a clean ending.
Yeah, we've seen this match before, and I would think that if Rock works on his cardio, or if he has been working on his cardio, this should be a good match. And if Rock gives his 110%, I think it would be a really good match, because I know that Cena, he always gives his 110%, but it's kind of tough when you don't wrestle every week, and you don't wrestle at the live events and all that, to keep up with a guy who's been wrestling for like a decade straight. But I think it's going to be a better match, considering better match than last year, considering that The Rock has had more in-ring practice, and I think that that'll definitely play a factor. Now that Rock has, had a couple matches here and there, I think that definitely is going to be better. And I would have to agree, Cena will win. And since Rock is booked for the pay-per-view after, there's going to be a rematch.
I think we can look forward to that too, and that pretty much concludes our WrestleMania predictions. But I mean, I'm going to do one last prediction, and it's basically going to rate the show, what I think it's going to end up as. Now, it has potential to be 10 out of 10. I think with all the concerts and the mid-card matches, I think the show overall will probably end up being a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10, which WrestleMania last year received, I think, an 8.5 out of 10. So I think it'll be almost as good, but, I mean, with Jericho not in a main event match, I don't know. I'm just a little worried about the Triple H stuff. But you know what? I still think it's going to be a great WrestleMania, and I'm just pumped.
I would have to agree. And I think that next year's WrestleMania will top this year's WrestleMania definitely. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this.
Yeah, honestly, it gets better and better every year. You compare this card to WrestleMania 22, it's not comparable. Not comparable. It gets better and better, and fans keep complaining. But guys, don't complain about things you can't control. Just enjoy the show. All right. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed our predictions. Make sure to leave a like, comment, most of all subscribe, and check out Tech Studios HD as well. That's the channel that we both ran together. It's still up there. All right. See you later.